So here's a slightly difficult test. A live recorded circuit in the mighty de Havilland Chipmunk. Parking brake is off, flaps are at takeoff, runway 09 at Cranwell. Not a whole lot of wind, smoothly advancing the power, touch of rudder to keep straight. Very shortly, pretty much, the tail will almost come up by itself. Stop, props striking the ground, keep straight, look at the far end of the runway. And about 50 knots, safely airborne, very shallow climb attitude, safely airborne. Retracting the flaps. Hold the attitude and trim. Accelerating to 75 knots or thereabouts. Climbing straight ahead to 500 feet. For a right turn to a downward position in this circuit. Here we go, 500 feet. Check right, check left, and turn right. Look at the attitude. The light aircraft circuit at Cranwell is 800 feet, so a little bit of anticipation, reducing the power, lower the nose to maintain 800 feet as well as I can, and looking for 80 knots in the pattern. Shot a little bit through the height. So smoothly readjust to that. RPM coming back through 2000. Looking for downwind heading. There's a good downwind, plus or minus the drift. Looking for a level attitude and trying to get back down to my 800 feet. Downwind in the circuit. Look out, left and right. Check spacing, there's the roundel running just down the runway, so that's not too bad. Back out the front, getting back down towards my 800 feet. Getting back to a slightly more sensible speed. Looking ahead, there's the high dike coming up, crossing us right to left. So just short of that should be round about the right place to begin to turn to finals. Downwind checks we would do. There would be a downwind call, of course. So if speed is good, flaps are going to take off. Adjust the attitude, hold and trim. Feels like a good place to be. About 75 knots to start the finals turn. Doesn't seem bad to me. And turning right. Charlie 3-2. Finals. Charlie 3-2. You are clear to land. Around the turn, speed's a bit high. Starting the throttle back, looking for the runway. Turning a bit tight, I think, at the moment. Reduce the power, maintain the speed. Looking to be lined up by the time I get to 300 feet. Probably going to work out more or less. Speeds at 70 knots, it's comfortable. Rolling out on the centre line. Is 300 feet coming up. Select land flat, hold the attitude and trim. Point the nose just towards the numbers. Power to maintain 60 knots seems to work. Okay, that's all looking nice. Start to taper the speed now, look well down the runway to keep straight. Gently raising the nose. Gently raising the nose. Far end of the runway, keep straight. Hold the attitude, get into the landing attitude, which I think is probably about there. Gently close the throttle. And we seem to be on the ground. Try to get back to the centre line because that's a good place to be. Okay, it is a tail dragger, so be careful with the brakes. So a little dab of brakes. It's not standing on the nose. The aircraft comes to a stop. This whole experience has been a bit hot and sweaty, so I'll just open the canopy. And we'll taxi off the runway just a little bit up here. So, I hope this video has worked out okay. I think it's a very good model of the Chipmunk made by Khamsin. Little dab of the brakes. And we clear the runway to the left. And because we're a bit inexperienced, we'll stop the aircraft here to do the after landing checks and just have a quick look at the aircraft from the outside. Very pretty, I think you'll have to admit.